twerking your ass on Twitch. Will it get you banned? Yes. Yes, it will.
It will.
Yeah. It will. Showing, like, shaking your ass apparently gets you banned.
Good thing I left, because I fucking got a fucking emote where I'm twerking out.
So they,
you could get banned for that.
You probably, yeah.
Would the emote get banned for the same reason?
Who?
With the emote.
I don't know.
Probably, I guess.
I don't think so, because
they would remove the...
no woman showing their ass or shaking.
So you're on about Alinity, right?
Yes.
Is that genuine the reason why she got banned? I know that at least it was thought like that. But
what's the clip like though? Is she just shaking her ass, or was it like was it like floor cam and she had proper camel toe going on?
No, the funny thing is, I watched the clip and it's front on with two people. There's one who's like singing his own fucking song with like this music going on in the background. Yeah. And then she's on the side in a dress, just fucking dancing away. And then after a little bit, she starts like on the side, just fucking twerking basically. It's not, there's no view up here, Stinkhole. There's none of that.
Honestly, there's no, like, you can't see any of it.
Anything.
Like,
yeah.
That's so wild.
Which is wild when they have the whole hot tub thing.
Hot tub stream.
Where it's like, you can basically see their hoop. That's fine. Like,
there's this really short-lived phase on Twitter, right? Where women would dance in a dress, right? And the dress would come to like their knees, and they would place a light behind them while they're dancing, so you can literally see the shape of their badge.
Literally see through it, and like there's even a trend where they had a phone on the floor with the camera pointed up, with the camera pointed at them, so people could look at the camera on the floor and see up there. That's wild. But anyway, the funny thing about the really funny thing about this clip though is that the guy singing is literally singing, "Twitch isn't gonna ban us," and like he's saying that, and he's like, "Twitch ain't gonna
tempted fate at that point."
Ban us. And then she's twerking away, and there's reported that's why she got banned. This is 2 weeks after the fact, so our news is probably way off. But
I think they're unbanned now, right? It was a temp. Yeah. It was a temp ban.
She was suspended, but banned suspended and unsuspended. Yeah, banned and unbanned within the case of a week, basically.
Yeah, they need to change the word in the Twitch bans. You have been suspended. That's what I should say.
It's stupid.
And maybe if they call this suspended, maybe people wouldn't purposely try to get suspended for a little bit of, clout.
Because being suspended is like a little kid being put on a corner.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to
Whereas
do that.
banned should imply permanent. So.
Yeah, exactly. You'd think it was permanent. Exactly.
Well, they can say temp ban.
Well, it doesn't say temp ban.
for that. It's suspension.
I was going to say,
even
temp bans is
the Twitch bans don't even say that. It just says you're banned.
Oh, okay.
The interesting thing is that this brings up a whole conversation because Mizkif came out afterwards and was like, "How are you gonna ban this when hot tubs is the thing?" It's far less sexualized.
Hot tub streams living rent free in his head or something.
Probably, fucking little incel man.
Who gives a fuck? Who literally gives a fuck? It's like
I think
it's like a tiny fucking category on Twitch.
Yeah, but I'm the same, right? Who cares? But not saying his overall point makes sense, but as in if you get banned for that, like how can the other one exist? Like ultimately they're both okay, right? Carry on. But it's just weird you would ban one and not
they're very
other.
inconsistent.
If I stand up,
that's the
it's
issue.
super simple. She shouldn't have been banned, and fucking who gives a shit about hot tubs? Get over it.
But I think that's
so 2020 like.
If they are going to allow hot tub streams and stuff, she just most definitely shouldn't have been banned.
Yeah,
because there is far more provocative
it is.
stuff. We've seen clips in the past of
unban her, shut the fuck up.
Women on with hot tub streams.
I'm not Sam.
There was one. Huh?
Sorry. You start talking. He put it to me. I was like, okay, and I'm like looking at myself. Then he flicked it to Kaif, and then he flicked it back to me. And he's holding the thing, just staring into space.
Proper confused me then. Because I only just saw Sam. You're like, I'm not Sam.
No, I was looking at Glenn, and he just goes, "I'm not Sam." I'm like, did I say that?
Maybe.
All right. Me and Glenn saw. I say me and Glenn. There was a clip ages ago of a woman who was like fucking doing yoga poses and all that with like a string covering her butthole, and you could basically see the fucking brown of the butthole like through it. So like, and I'm pretty sure that was just like completely fine and put through. So it's like,
You know a lot about this stuff, Sam.
man, I'm a Kuma. Whenever I go on like any sort of like live stream fails or anything like that, those are it's easy because they're the most eye catching things. You go on it and you're like, oh, I wonder what's happened now, and you clip it and you go, that's a fucking butthole. Oh my god, huh? And then you share it with the boys. That's just by the boys. The boys is all inclusive of everybody. Everybody gets to see it. Gender be damned.
I didn't see it.
Didn't look. I'll see if I can send it to you later. But yeah, it's wild. The idea of having to I still can't believe that they got banned for with the dude being like, they gonna ban us, they gonna ban, bam. I just think it's crazy. But
it's just a Twitch mod on like a bit of a power trip, you know. Probably, I don't know, like the amount of jokes that people made about Alinity, like being able to bribe the Twitch mods, or like the Twitch mods are getting nudes from her. There was probably some mod in there who had like some knee jerk reaction, but he was like, I'm gonna show people I'm not a simp. Let me ban her for twerking.
And it's like the age of hating Alinity is come and gone, whereas now I would argue to even say she's kind of been redeemed in the eyes of a lot of people, and it's just kind of like anyone else now. Long ago and way past of the days where Soda would carry her through arenas for feet pictures, which actually happened.
I remember that.
That was years and years ago. But yeah, it's so strange that somebody could just get suspended for that when we've done far worse. Like, you fucking twerked. Rob, the amount of times he's shown his butthole, like, basically.
I got spanked in a hot tub.
You did get spanked in a hot tub. Rob had his... Okay, how many times has Rob's trousers fallen down?
Too many.
Too many. Like, that boy has shown more crack than, I don't know.
A crack dealer.
Yeah, exactly. There we go, yeah. I'm glad you said that. I was going to say a broken mirror or something, but that's better.
Fair.
That's fucking mad. I couldn't believe it. I think it's a nice, interesting, humorous topic to start off on.
I agree with the power trip thing.
100% a power trip. I think there's too many mods that are like that.
It has to be. There's no consistency about it.
They'll come after
you
you
give
guys
anyone
now,
power, and they're
after
like,
saying power trip. Like.
Exactly.
half the people you give power to will be like, I can go mad. I can do stuff. Give me your nudes.
Nobody's going to stop me. Yeah. Well, last week's podcast, we spoke about a guy who came in his pants hugging a streamer who was apparently a mod. And now we've got mods that are banning people for twerking. So it's definitely some kind of trip. We're all dressed the exact same because this is recorded 2 different weeks.
Yeah. We like consistency around here, so we definitely wore the same outfits 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
definitely.
The only difference is
look at Kate
and my hat.
I've changed so much.
See, even Glenn was on.
What's up?
All right, moving on to other news as well. I already briefly spoke about this off the podcast, and Glenn gave me his whole take, but I'm going to make him do it again. So Glenn started playing RuneScape again recently.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
That was the point. I haven't.
Okay, what was the point? Go on, tell me.
What do you mean?
What happened? What happened when you tried to play RuneScape recently?
What happened was, there's been a big update. That's really interesting. I watched Josh play. I was like, I want to play that. I made an account. I went to get membership. Turns out it's fucking £9 these days. And I'm like, that's too expensive. So I turned it off. That's as far as it goes.
Yeah?
Not that exciting.
How much did it used to be?
£3.50.
Oh my god.
Back in my day.
How long ago was that?
Oh god, that was probably like 10, 15 years ago. Long ass time. You were talking like 2006, 2005.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is that cheaper than a WoW membership or more expensive now?
Cheaper, because WoW membership went up to £10, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it didn't.
Yeah, and as much as like I haven't played WoW in a long time, and I know it gets a lot of stick, but I mean, comparing what you get for your WoW membership to RuneScape is like a bit of a piss take. Like the WoW one is definitely more worth it, at least in my opinion.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't you like play RuneScape indefinitely forever and maybe not even get 99 in all your skills?
You can, but it depends if you find that interesting. I don't find that part of the game interesting, so maybe to me that's why it's not necessarily worth it.
You done all the quests?
Down to 99.
You
No.
finish all the quests, Glenn?
No.
What do you find interesting about it?
The PvP.
Did you kill everyone in the world?
No.
Ah,
why do you
seems like
find the PvP
seems
so
like there's some
attractive?
value
Just
there.
But then?
There's some value there then still.
Well, no, it's like because it's the same thing, right? The updates don't happen that often, so yeah, it's still fun. But it's like paying like I don't know, £10 a month for Valorant or whatever, but like consistently every single month, where say like there's no updates. I mean, Valorant update the game on is free, like you know what I mean?
Battle Pass.
Yeah.
Battle Pass.
Isn't WoW's expansions, when you really boil it down, isn't it just like they add 10 levels, they make the same 4 areas that are really fucking similar. The raids pretty much do the same shit, just look different, and the story's gash.
Yeah, but at
So
least
is that really content?
no, but at least they come out. Like, I mean, if you enjoy the raids, right? There's raids.
Well, at
in
least they released it.
Yeah, I mean, raids come out in RuneScape, but they're like, I don't even know, probably every fucking 2 years or something. Like,
Have you ever done a raid on RuneScape?
nah,
Why?
because I'm not like
Just a PvP bar.
Yeah, just a PvP.
Why do you like PvP so much?
Because it's fun, isn't it?
Did you get your fire
Why
kit?
is it fun?
Yeah. Because there's not many other games where
I feel like we're
you
interrogating.
risk your own. No. So in
annoying, like-
RuneScape and PvP, right? You risk your own items,
Yeah.
but if you kill someone, you get their items. Like there isn't many PvP
Glenn
games that
loves
kind of
that
work
rush.
like that. So that's
He loves it.
that's like
What's
fun.
it about it?
However,
Is it
the
about
last time
depriving
I
someone of this stuff?
the last time I consistently did that, you're talking was like 2004 to like
Yeah.
2010 or something. So it's long gone. Like, so I'm not the best person to ask.
So, what is it about it? Is it like taking someone else's hard work, or is it about killing them and being like, I'm better than you? What is it?
He likes to see the life leave their eyes.
It's just fun, isn't it?
Those
the loot
cold,
enters by.
beady eyes.
But why?
I don't know. It's like in any, I don't know, if you're playing Valorant and you kill people, it's fun, isn't it?
Glenn, do you think it's fucked up
But
that
this
in
one,
RuneScape?
you
like-
kill people, but you also get their items.
Yeah, but do you think it's fucked up that when you kill someone, you immediately start taking their clothes off?
Nah, they still have their clothes on. Just not
They
their
take
armor.
their own clothes off and leave her on the floor and then disappear.
Yeah, it's just fun, isn't it? There's no other games like that.
Would you kill someone in real life if you could get this stuff?
Take their clothes.
Get his Barrow's robe, take that right off him.
It's like, imagine in Valorant, right? You fucking dome someone and you get their skin collection.
You take their skin.
You do, you pick up their gun.
No, but for like ever.
Yeah,
It's
until
yours
you
now.
die.
And they lose their skins and you
Yeah,
gain their
until you
skins.
die.
Like, that's cooler, isn't it? That'd be fun.
I'll tell you what, right? If Valorant made it so skin collections are like £1,
Yeah.
and that the skins in the shop were like 10p, do it.
Yeah, not anymore. Because honestly, Valorant skins are a scam now.
Oh, mate.
They are really
They're
Oh,
expensive.
I'm really
Thought
like,
they always were.
Mate, they're even
they
worse.
always-
It's like
They always
£100.
were, but they've gotten worse.
I am really eager to see what the next bundle costs.
Yeah.
It's the Mage Punk, right?
Yeah.
If that Mage Punk bundle is over £100,
It's going to be.
I'm done with skins.
It's 100% going to be.
But this last bundle, they were like, they tried to justify it with like, oh, the skins have like 3 separate insane animations. They are really, really cool animations. I still don't think it's worth 100 quid.
No.
But this Mage Punk doesn't have that. So if that's over 100 quid,
Yeah, but even
I'm
if you
blaming
say,
Nia.
right, oh, it's got 3 cool animations, right? Elden Ring was 40 quid. Look at the work that went into the entire of Elden Ring. Compare that to one
Oh, yeah,
skin
it's
bundle.
night and day, innit?
How can you even try to justify it? Just come out and be like, look, we're a fucking rip-off, but you keep buying it, so what are you going to do?
if that next
blame the
bundle,
customer,
Well,
that-
it is,
that's
isn't
it.
it? That's how it is.
if that next bundle is over £100, I'm blaming Nier and Stan.
You know, you gotta blame.
You're in
literally
trouble,
gotta
boy.
blame the whales who are fucking dropping all the money on it. Like.
Nier bought a skin, Stan bought a skin, right?
Also, I'm not Kaifi there.
It's your fucking fault.
One skin in the bundle.
Yes, you
What-
you
I
gave
think
them money for that fucking bundle.
for a skin in the bundle, which
You-
would've
you
been
still
around
gave
about
them
the
money.
same
It doesn't
price.
Was
matter.
it a phantom?
They realize they can do it now.
It wasn't the.
No, I got the ghost. The cool ghost?
You bought one of the. And it wasn't even the best one.
Oh, because I got away for the doodle gun.
He really wants the doodle
I got
guns.
the doodle gun.
You're never going to get enough skins
I've
to.
done it. I'm not no more skins I need.
You're never gonna get enough kills to fill it up.
They released this like super stupid expensive bundle. Stan's like, keep doing it. Here's my money. I want more of
And
this.
so many people like you do it, and then
Take
they
a
go,
piece.
do you know what? We can charge $10 more this
I
time.
haven't bought a full,
Aspen Gold is right. We got to spit on these people.
I haven't bought a full bundle of Valorant skins.
For
Oh
the
no, I
podcast,
didn't
yeah.
pay £100 for 4 skins. I paid 60 for one.
Wait, you paid
£100
£100
for
for 4
skins?
skins?
I don't know.
Where'd you get 4 skins from? That cost me way more.
I don't actually know how much is one on its own.
Like 15 quid.
15, yeah, like 15-ish. So,
£15 for a gun skin.
It's Nia's fault as well. She fucking bought one of them.
So
I think it was the Phantom, maybe. I don't know.
I added up all the costs of the arcade bundle, and that's the cost of the full bundle, and then to unlock all the Radionite for each of the different skins, to unlock everything for all the different bits,
Yeah.
it was about £300.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
That's for the different variations for each of the different guns.
That's just one bundle.
Yeah, one bundle.
That's the thing. So, like with a Radionite, never buy Radionite. Just do not buy it. If you're buying Radionite, you're buying too many skins.
I think it was more than that. I think it might have been like
The flip side is
450 or
though,
something.
the game is free and it is good, so you don't have to buy
Is
the
it good,
skins.
though?
Yes, you don't have to buy
Is
skins.
it good?
I
But
think it's quite good.
it's still a fucking rip-off.
Yeah.
And it is definitely taking the piss. Sure, they're completely cosmetic. You don't have to buy them. It would be nice to have some skins that didn't cost you your fucking arm and leg.
Let's just, go on RuneScape and gamble.
Because
Sorry, I meant CSGO, but same thing. Same thing, I guess. CSGO and gamble with K skins.
yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. Ooh.
I actually don't know how that really works, though. I'll be honest.
So, do you want to know how it works?
Sure.
You can randomly
love you
get a
said no.
drop at the end of a match, which will be a case.
Yeah.
And the key to open the case costs £1.50.
Okay.
And you open the case, and it'll randomly spin a wheel. of all
Oh,
these
okay. And
different
it's like a
skins.
really low chance
And
to get
it
cool ones.
might not include the knife, but it'll just be any of with loads of different rarities.
Okay.
And it'll just randomly give you one of them.
Yeah, the CSGO
But-
gambling is insane.
The cases you can sell on the marketplace, so you could buy 20 cases from other people, which probably would cost you, I don't know, about, depending on varying costs. There are ones that cost like £10-15 each case. I think there's ones that are like 100 each.
Yeah,
because they're
I think I seen
These
a
ones are like
video of
1,000 or something.
Nogla, and he's playing CS:GO, and he finds out about the cases, and he's buying the normal ones, doesn't really like go well, and then the people he's playing with tell him about like the fancy cases. I think he spends it's either like $400 or $600 on like 4 cases, and he just gets nothing in
Yep.
each one, and they're like, "How did that feel?" And it's just so fast to lose like $600 or however much it was.
It's
So-
insane. But there's certain things. So, for instance, with CS:GO, there was a type of knife. I think it was a butterfly knife that had the sapphire. So, like the knife itself was blue, like sapphire, and it was really, really rare. And this guy unboxed it, and it was like 200-300 grand for the knife.
Jesus.
Because it was literally because all of the like patterns are all randomized. So you can get like ones where certain patterns are like really good and ones that are really shit, and they can change the same knife thousands apart. And this one is just like so obscenely rare that it was like so expensive for it.
I'm assuming, like all transactions, the Valve take like a small cut or something.
Probably.
If it's done,
So, like,
if it's
even-
done through the Steam store, there is a Valve cut.
Okay.
You see how much they take from your order the moment you make it, the moment you put it up.
So they're kind of winning in the sense of like all the prices are completely like fan driven, I'm assuming, of how much they cost.
Well, yes and no. There are tons of websites where you can put your skins on and do it through them to get actual money.
Guys,
You know a lot about this.
why is Stan so knowledgeable on this?
Yeah.
I used to play CS. I used to play CS.
And you used to get skins, didn't you?
Not as much. Not
He
not
did.
nearly as bad.
I can't
But
say
the
anything.
thing is like I got them, and then they went back into my Steam account to buy games.
So like, when I played CS:GO, I had like 10 boxes, and they gave me 10 keys. But I didn't
Yeah.
know like you had to pay for boxes or keys, so I just had them, opened them, got 10 really shit skins, and I was like, nah, I'm not into this.
One of like I said, I can't say anything because one of the gun skins I've got for it, which I randomly got from a box, it's like 600 quid now.
Nice.
And I'm just sat there like, okay.
If we ever play CS:GO, I'm buying like 99 pence gun skins.
I did that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally all I'm using.
The only reason I haven't sold that skin is because it would go to Steam balance, and I'm just there like, it's not real money, is it? Can't withdraw it. I looked up the knife. The one that I said was like hundreds.
Yeah.
And I think the original one was that amount. But now that one goes for $26,000
Jesus Christ, man.
for it, and that's the knife.
But like,
People are willing to pay that as well.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
but like they're gonna sell these skins on like external sites, so they have money, right?
You have
Basically.
to. The Steam market doesn't go that high.
What's the Steam market go to?
I think it's like 900.
Something like that. I think.
Even that's a ridiculously high.
I didn't know about the thing where if you sell it on the Steam market, it's only Steam credit. You can't actually.
Yeah. To be fair, most of my transactions nowadays are trading cards.
Oh God, imagine how much Valve would destabilize the economy if they were like, nah, we will ban anyone selling gun skins off-site.
No, I think they do that.
I don't
Do
think they don't like it.
Yeah.
don't like
There's
doing
been accounts that
'Cause,
have
like,
been
Can they
banned
monitor
for
it
that.
though?
There would have to be a way, but I don't know how.
It's
They-
so insane, like the prices of these skins, and there's definitely, I don't know, something about it feels wrong.
It's gambling.
But it is
literally is.
It is like fan driven though, right?
Yeah.
As in, it's not like with Riot, the skins are really expensive, but that's Riot's set prices. I know. I guess you can argue that Riot control a lot because Valve, because they can put like really low percentages for certain skins. But the fact of that going for 26k is only because there's fucking mad heads out there who are willing to
Does
pay
that make
right?
casinos fan driven as well?
I
When they
guess
drop
so.
20 grand on like fucking black, watch it just piss away.
I guess so.
I
It's still bad.
the
But that's what I
idea of
mean. The
gambling, I
the
fucking
whole
love the idea
loot
of
box
it,
thing
but
is
I
still
couldn't-
bad in it. So that's the bad point of arguing about Valves. Either way, they both pretty scummy.
The amount of people
Either
that
side,
make
It's
weird though,
content
like-
out of just buying cases over and over.
Is
again.
CS:GO banned in like any European countries?
I don't think so, but I think it's because wasn't there something like they had to show specifically what the drop chance of certain things
That's
were?
what most websites and things do nowadays. Like gachas have their rates and stuff like that. I think Hearthstone has in their packs.
You see the rate and it's like, okay, if you want a skin, it's 0.0 to the 10th
It
percentile.
literally is. But they'll go on TikTok and they'll see people unbox these and they're like, "Oh, me too!" And then they'll,
Yeah.
spend
Yeah.
100. Because I used to do it. I
Never
used to-
forget, what's it, Syndicate.
Yeah.
When he was
there's
like,
Oh, CS:GO Lotto.
Syndicate
Yeah.
and Team Martin when they were getting all these crazy unboxings and they owned
Yeah.
the fucking website.
And they could
Did you
adjust
see that?
I can't believe they
Yeah.
got away with it. Like,
Yeah.
when I think back, that's fucking wild.
It's horrendous.
That's like one of-
You
You can imagine me and you going like, oh, we want to unbox some CSGO skins. Shall we? And like to sit down and go, should we make a website, right? Not tell anyone we own it. Then make it so that our drop rates are really high so that people get invested into this.
It's a crime.
To sit down and actually go, let's do this.
Should we do it?
Yeah. Like to sit down and do it is fucking crazy.
I mean, they
and they got away with
consistently
it.
make adverts or videos of them getting crazy drop rates and then being like, oh, you can get this too. Obviously not saying it was their website. It's bad. But that all went to like UK court and stuff, right? But I think at the time they did it, there wasn't any rules. So although it's obvious that what they did is scummy as shit, I think there wasn't the laws for it at the time. So like they got
Pretty
away with
sure
it.
T. Martin made an apology video of it.
He did, yeah.
And then Syndicate just went and disappeared and just vanished completely.
They're still about.
Oh, no, as in
Definitely
vanished
got
from
away
that
with it, though.
situation
Oh, right,
and just
okay.
carried on making content.
I don't know. It's like, I mean, crypto coins are unregulated, but like, can you imagine me and you going, hey, let's release a coin, right? But what we'll do is we'll give ourselves fuck tons of the coin, and when we release it to the market after they pre-ordered it, we'll just sell it.
What, like Logan Paul?
Yeah,
With fucking
and then
Logan
Okay,
Paul, or
yeah,
whatever
sounds
it's called.
familiar.
and then and then people go, but there's no regulations on it yet. But it's like you
That's
knew
what I mean.
it. Like you know what you're doing.
You're doing the crime
But I
before
don't
it's a crime.
think a lot of the big YouTubers who did the whole like rug pull things with crypto, I don't think any of them have been like prosecuted, have they?
None of them.
And they've made millions.
Actually, I
out
think
of it.
there's some people, but none of the, basically all of the big ones got away with it.
Yeah.
Essentially.
That's essentially it, is that they did it before the regulations were there. And they're just like, all right, cool, bye. And just vanished. It's insane. I still can't believe the fucking CSGO law stuff. That stuff was wild. But unfortunately, there's people who will be more than happy to pay the prices of Valorant skins.
Yeah, we all just look at Stan.
I'm not skins.
You bought into the new bundle, right? Or like, Stan is like my metric for like what like normies will buy. So if Stan buys into that bundle, then I know that bundle's doing extremely well.
I didn't buy the bundle. I bought one skin.
Yes, you still bought part of the bundle.
But the reinforcement they want is people buying the full bundle.
The reinforcement they want is people spending money
They
on the
want
new
money.
stuff they put out.
Yeah.
They put new stuff out and you bought it.
Yeah, but the metric they'll care about more is how many people bought the full bundle.
Yeah,
because then
definitely,
they
but you
know
still-
they push the price.
you still put money in it.
I know I didn't help the issue.
No, no.
But I'm not.
I agree.
I love this.
Yeah, I can't win this one.
No, you're not gonna win. You're
The
definitely
really
not gonna
funny
win.
thing, mind you, Stan, is that I was really tempted to buy one of the skins, and I just didn't because I didn't play the game. I did.
What
I
are
didn't
league
buy it out
skins
of
like
laziness.
these days? Because they were slowly.
Alright.
They were
going
creeping
up
up as
like-
well, weren't they?
They actually, funnily enough, there was a thing recently that was like, do you remember the whole tiers of league skins where it was like, there were, what were they, like 750, and then there was like the,
940 or something like that.
something like that.
And then
they-
1 to 60, something
They
like
made the legendary and ultimate edition ones. And
Yeah.
the ultimate ones were like 3,400, and the legendary were usually like 1,800, something like that.
that. Okay.
They were like, oh, we want to make something that's above legendary, so that like that's between that gap. And they're like, I think they wanted to basically just be like, we want to add more stuff to something that's already meant to be one of the top tier things.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just adding it to this tier that's already stay there, we're gonna sell it for more.
I just want to keep milking people, like, you know?
Yeah.
What do they want to do?
Fucking milk them.
The last time I played League regularly was when bloody Pulsefire come out. So that's,
Oh, mate, I
that's
bought
ages
that.
ago now. Right?
And that
I'm part of the
Pulsefire
problem.
skin looks like dog
It
shit.
It looks
now.
rubbish now,
Dog.
but other time it
mate.
was cool.
It was the coolest fucking skin. I had it and I was like, this is fucking incredible. And I get it now and I go, I'm playing any other skin but this.
I take it they're considerably cheaper than Valorant.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I don't know about now, but they used to be. Like the Pulsefire one, I think they initially pitched it at like £30, but they did a thing where if you bought it within like the first 3 days or something, it was like 18. But back then, £18 for a skin was a lot because the normal ones were
Yeah.
like £4.50. So
It was, man, I miss those days. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's fucking insane. It really is.
and yeah, Stan bought the League skins too.
You bought them all.
Mate, Stan owns almost every skin in the game.
And for a while, you owned every skin, right?
For a while, yeah.
That's wild.
What, like multiple skins for a champion?
Every skin
no,
in the game.
Glenn, all of them. There was a point where Stan had every skin.
Single skin that was out, he had.
Every skin.
Why?
I was able to.
I'm able to.
I'm not saying
I ain't fucking doing it.
I should have.
Actually, I don't know. The game's been out for a while now. Maybe I'm not able to. There's probably a lot more fucking skins.
There's like a fire in the corner that's just randomly there, and Stan's pouring money into it.
I
People
love-
are like, Stan, why are you doing
I
that?
love the difference in
I don't
morals. It's
know.
like, I can have every Valorant skin. I won't.
We played League so from the age of like, I don't know, maybe like 14 to like 20, we basically either played like League or WoW, right? That entire time, I constantly got stick from the boys because I didn't own any skins.
Yeah.
Every time we'd go into loading screen, 4 skins, no skin. And I was like, I don't know, there was
Where are
no...
you getting these foreskins from?
Keep saying this.
I never had any desire to buy a skin because I was like, it doesn't change the game. And then it wasn't until
does.
they did the whole thing where like, I don't know, you got fucking parts and then you could roll on something and everyone got free skins and that. That was the first time I got skins. So
It
I don't
changes
know, it's
the
just
game when you
different.
play
isn't
with
it?
the skin.
Does it
You
though?
sit there and you
Perform
go,
better.
Yeah.
I'm better than you.
There was the Lux skin that the animation was smaller than the actual hitbox. That was the fucking pure
There was
advantage I was.
The Blitzcrank one, which was like a fucking Mac called iBlitzcrank, which the Q was literally like they banned it from professional play because it was too hard to see. Yeah,
okay.
they were,
I guess that
plus,
stuff makes
you
sense.
play it and you get this sense of entitlement of being like, I'm fucking good in this game. It's confidence, bitch.
I do.
Confidence
I do.
boost.
I do like having Valorant skins, right? Because the gun takes up pretty much a quarter of your screen, and it's nice to look at.
Yeah.
and I like the little pew, pew, pew. And then, you know, some skins make you better.
Can you only buy them? Are there no like?
No,
in-game
if you have
no
the
way of
battle
winning them,
pass,
otherwise.
if you have the battle pass, you can unlock them, but technically you
have
are
to buy
still
the
buying
battle
them.
pass.
True.
The only way I'll accept, right, these skins being over £100 is if battle passes are permanent. That's my trade-off. That's you know, like the stuff going on with the LCS right now. This is mine. This is my list of stuff. No, number one, guns can be over £100 if the battle passes last forever.
So at least with Valorant, anyway, you can see the full thing on your gun because it's sat there and you can see the full skin. It'd be kind of wild to pay for a skin that just changes your model that you can't even see, like in Overwatch.
Stan, did you buy Overwatch skins?
In Overwatch 2,
Yeah.
I only got the Battle Pass.
Okay.
What about
Or
Overwatch 1?
Overwatch 1.
Overwatch 1,
It didn't have them,
I
did
played
it?
the shit out of that game. I had so many loot boxes for free.
Actually, did Overwatch
cool.
1 did have skins, didn't it?
And you
Yeah.
could get a
And they
lot of
were
skins
all-
for free as
all
well.
via the loot box.
And they
Yeah.
gave a lot of skins away for free
Yeah.
because, as Stan said,
I grinded the hell out of that game.
And then Overwatch 2, they're like, hey, let's sell some skins that everyone else gets to look at.
dude, they're so expensive.
Are they?
They're fucking silly.
Like baseline at 20 quid, something like that. They had the big old. They're the big old.
He's
thing,
gonna start
like,
ranting again.
No. So like they had this big old thing like they kept discounting them in the store without actually ever. Like the first time they're there, they say it's on discount. It's usually this price, but it was never that price, which was technically illegal.
Yeah.
It is illegal in the UK. And then
It's like when they're like, it's
not legal if they get away with it."
Now
Yeah.
get it now.
I did buy one skin on Valorant, which I regret.
What was it?
The glitch pop
It's garbage.
one. It's cool at the time, but I regret buying that. And I bought one on Fortnite. That cost me like 99 pence.
If I ever
Wait.
need to know more about a game's
Oh, yeah,
in-game
Fortnite
shop,
has
I'm
lots
coming
and lots
to
of skins, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Millions.
What'd you get?
Batman.
That's fair. That's
fair.
fair.
That's fair.
Mate,
Yeah.
they put Goku in the game for Fortnite, and even though it looked like garbage, I was like, I want to buy it.
And I
didn't.
also tried to buy Spider-Man for 99 pence, but the dodgy website wouldn't take my card. So I was like, fucking hell, what's up with
Wait,
my
when you
account if the
say-
dodgy website won't take
Do you
it?
mean that you went onto a dodgy website to get the V-Bucks for cheaper?
No. They were like promotional skins.
Oh, really?
So it's like codes that come with stuff. So the Batman one was something to do with like the PlayStation release. So you can't buy it on the Epic Store. So you would buy like a dodgy code,
Okay, that makes sense.
and then you get Batman. But it's like 99p for Batman. He's cool.
He is cool.
Yeah.
For 99p, that's,
Microtransactions are wild.
yeah.
At least they're all cosmetic, unlike Diablo Immortal.
So Diablo 4 came
I was going
out,
to say, doesn't
Yeah.
that have skins?
It's they have the Ultimate Edition is like 90 quid.
Yeah.
80 quid or 90 quid?
80, I think.
Something like that. They have a battle pass that's coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
They also have an in-game cash shop with loads of different skins on there that are fucking spenny boy like.
Uh-huh.
It's like a horse skin that's like £6 or something. With loads of different costumes and stuff there.
Yeah.
And it's a full-priced game with all this in. It's fucking wild. Game's fun.
No pay to
Jesus
win?
Christ. No, I don't think so.
I think it's all
We haven't seen the
cosmetic.
battle pass yet. Go on, Stan.
How do you feel about the more expensive editions letting you play the game early? Because I don't like that tactic.
I like it. Because I did it. I don't particularly like it, really, but it is what it is, isn't it? It's a shitty thing to do. But
I didn't know it was happening, but on the Battle.net launcher it said going live in like 2 days, and then I see it go live. Everyone's having fun. I talk to another friend and go like, "You were looking forward to Diablo? You playing it now? It's out." And they're like, "It's not out."
When you select your edition, it's one of the little tick
Yeah.
boxes.
I had no idea. I'm like, "Oh, I don't like that."
yeah, it's a scummy thing to do, but we're not surprised with Blizzard, are we?
It's weird. I thought you were describing WoW.
Basically.
Potato, tomato.
WoW doesn't have a battle pass
Yet.
yet. Although, I guess they kind of do with the reputation.
monthly thing.
Oh,
But then you don't pay for it.
you don't. Yeah.
Do you mean the trading post?
The trade and post.
Kinda like about that kind of not.
That's all in-game stuff, though.
It is a matter of time until WoW has a battle pass. It's not about
I don't
if,
know.
it's about when.
I don't think they. I mean, they probably will in the
They
future,
could, they
but
could do it. They could do it.
I'd probably
I wouldn't
still
like
pay
it,
for it.
and I wouldn't buy it.
I'd be part of the problem.
You would, Stan. You'd buy it in the end.
I'd be the fat guy at the front of a Burger King queue being like, yeah, give me.
What are you eating?
Me want milk. One of the topics we have earlier is about the LCS and all the stuff happening about that. And have you heard anything about it?
Nothing.
No? It's fucking wild.
What have they done?
It is wild. It's super wild. Like, so as far as I'm aware, the franchise teams don't want to have to pool from the one below LCS, right? What are they called?
It's like a
NACL, like Champions League or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So they
Esports,
don't want to have a team.
They want to be able to pool from anywhere. They players from anywhere, right? And Riot essentially.
No. They don't want to have teams at all. Currently, if you have a franchise, so like TSM has to have a team in the league below, but they were like, we don't want that because it's too expensive. So
Yeah. So, and Riot basically went, yeah, okay. And the Players Association were like, nah, fuck that.
yeah.
And basically staged a walkout. But like, it's wild what's happened as a result of that.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Riot were like, oh, okay, well, you know, we're gonna carry on with the Champions League or LCS, whatever it's called. So, yeah, teams, you better find some players from anywhere,
So they've
online, offline, whoever you want.
They've got the LCS,
God.
which is the big boy, like American thing that happens every week.
Dog shit.
And that's where the pros are. It really is. And then underneath, they've got like the academy, where it's like all the amateur teams will play, and then, you know, certain teams will go up or down, players get shown off a bit. But as Cash said, they basically just went, look, we don't want to have teams in that, so please remove that. So the organizations that had teams with pros had to have teams in the academy, because they, you know, paid for it. But they not only cancelled all of that, they, you know, did a whole bunch of other stuff to it, which led to the walkout of all the players, where they were like, look, if you're cancelling this, we want to have different things put in. It was, what was it? It was so that they could have like a stable salary every year, which was, I think it was like 300,000 per team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A salary of like 300,000 per team. They wanted to. What else did they want?
They're up there, right? So they wanted to change it to Valorant style promotion, right?
But like they changed it from
oh,
They
that.
used to have,
relegation,
So
right?
League previously, I can't remember if it was every year or every split.
I think it was.
Basically, there was a chance for the teams in the league below, so they would have to play the bottom teams in the league above, and if they won, they'd get promoted. The other team would get demoted,
That was good.
and that's really fun to watch as well. But they went from that because the teams were like, oh, it's too tough for us because if we drop out, it's like scary financially. So then Riot went to this franchise option where basically you're the teams in the LCS and they'll always stay there, which is kind of, I don't know. I guess in the UK we're used to promotion and demotion because of football.
The problem is
So-
that it's competitive.
Yeah.
Like you can't complain about, oh, it's scary that we might get relegated. It is literally pure competition. And I know that sucks that you can go from like this really nice life, you're making all this money. Actually, when we started watching it, they weren't even making money
No.
to be in the top, right? But to stay in the top, you have to be the best. If you're not the best and you're comfortable, you become a dog shit.
It's a really stagnant, like.
Yeah, you become a
competitive
dog
scene.
shit league, and NA is a dog shit league. Even though it was the original one, is that like LCS was what kicked it all off. They're shit. They've always been shit.
They didn't want to do the promotion relegation because each of the different teams, they basically offered all these slots and said, look, teams can pay 10 mil to secure a spot. And all these teams did. So they were like, if we do promotion relegation, all their money's going to go to waste.
But like the thing is, it's like
Which is like, you could just fucking refund
Yeah.
back.
they're like, oh, we want job security, right? And it's like, cool. They bought that slot, but you still don't have job security because if you're dog shit, that team is going to be like, you benched.
Yeah.
We'll have a different player.
The players kind of have like a union thing where they, it's essentially a union where they've been asking for all these things. But the crazier thing happened is they gave all these demands of things, which most of them weren't really that big. But But League basically turned around and like they basically went, we're going on strike until these are done. But Riot basically turned around and gone, all right, if you want to play that game, first what they did was they made it so there used to be a rank requirement where you had to be the top rank out of everything to even be like for any player to be like any players had to be that rank to be like pulled into the teams. So they first went every team must give us a team by Thursday. I think it was a Thursday that's just gone. Like leading up to it, must give us a team. And they were like, we're not doing it. And they went, okay, well, we're removing the rank requirement so everybody can play. So we could, our skill levels, sign up and join if, given the opportunity. Like, we're garbage, but like we could because of that.
You know what these teams should have done?
Pressure for the players, because it's like anyone could come in and steal your job now. Because the players have to field the team, and you could just pick.
Yeah, but there was a missed opportunity here, right? These league teams could have fielded iron players. All of them. Every single team just got iron players, right? As just a temporary thing, and put them in there and just let the shit show.
Should have happened. The thing is, though, is looking back on it, that 1 week of LCS would be really funny.
Yeah.
Just to see. I mean,
and it would have gotten the numbers they want because the numbers have been going down every single year for the LCS.
But I think it would have been really funny, but then they would have just gone. I reckon, right, would have turned around and gone, all right, that's your team.
Because the numbers,
yeah, brother.
they would have done their championship. The winner of NA would go to Worlds, and they'd lose immediately.
Think about how far you could take that. The teams could make meme merchandise around these iron players, and like
it'd make them money. But like
it'd make them so much money.
Scene, it would be
like competitive scene's donezo anyway. Like what was it? Tyler was saying people would grind the shit out of League to get to the top rank. Immediately get into the lower collegiate one or whatever it's called, and then never play solo queue again, and had no intention of being in LCS. They would just cruise by. They constantly just smash any new team coming in, but can't get into the LCS because they don't care. They become complacent. There should be this like elimination stuff.
Yeah,
it should bring it back.
It's mad. And eventually, because teams wouldn't do this, they just went, if you don't do this, we're cancelling this like split. Completely.
There's an example of a team in the LCS right now. I don't know what team they're called. But wasn't it Ludwig was saying they've gone
like 3 for 15, like 2 splits in a row or something.
Yeah.
And seem like they've got no plans to like try and improve or anything.
Because they have
it doesn't matter. Like they've got a spot.
Relegate their asses.
That's mad. Is it like 10 mil a year they have to pay for the spots?
I'll be honest, I don't know the like total costs and all the like the finances and stuff. But the only thing I have seen in general, the teams have kind of like, so this is very much pitched as Riot versus the Player Association, and the teams kind of seem to be going under the radar when like, I know a lot of the teams have just gone crazy on like player salaries when they don't really have the revenue for it. Like there's all this investor money coming in and they're just like absolutely
doesn't seem like there's any money, is there?
Yeah, now stuff's starting to dry up because the viewership is dropping. I think people have realized that. I mean, maybe in the future, esports will grow to a level it needs to be, but it's not happening as fast as maybe a lot of the investors thought it was going to happen. So funding's drying up, and like they're stuck with like these crazy contracts, and it's a bit like, well, the teams have to take some responsibility here as well. But they seem to be going under the radar completely. Like,
Daz, what do you think Riot's response was? Right, these players go in, we're not going to play till we get these like 5 demands. What do you think Riot did?
Just didn't care.
Yeah. They went, we'll just cancel it. We'll cancel the whole LCS. You'll lose your opportunity to go to Worlds. And I think this is all we know at the moment.
They postponed it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, they postponed for 2 weeks, but
they postponed it, and then the player association, I had a quick look earlier, of basically, because they're in negotiation with Riot, they've basically asked all their members not to do interviews or anything. So there's like a bit of a halt of info at the moment.
So that's all we know in the meantime.
Yeah. We do have to make a note that we're recording this 2 weeks before this episode has come out. So
by the time this comes out, there'll probably be
our info is from
like some addendum or something.
The 3rd of June when we're talking about this.
But
So
one of
this is all we
the
know up till
interesting
then.
points that Kaif mentioned, so the LCS viewership has dropped every year since it started. But that's at the same time where the viewership of MSI and Worlds, which are the big international tournaments they hold, has been going up. So it's like
Yeah,
professional
you
league
can't-
as a whole is getting more eyes.
You
but-
can't even blame like COVID for this as well. I personally, if I was to think about it, I don't see any reason to watch LCS when you know that the region
garbage.
just won't perform. They can't get past semi-finals. NA.
It's like watching, I don't know, a football league where none of the teams, when they go to a proper tournament, they're all going to do shit.
Yeah,
none of them are going to do well. So why support any of
one
them?
interesting difference with like football though, right? So if in the UK, right, you got the Premier League, Championship, League One, League Two, even semi-professional below that, a lot of the teams still have fans and they get people going to the game. But that's a lot of that has to do is the team is local to you. So like I don't know, say you live in Cardiff, right? A lot of people support Cardiff City. Whereas with esports, they all play in LA in LCS. So like no one is kind of like local to one team. So you don't have, maybe a team is like, I don't know, a mid-tier team all the time, but they don't have that like local support because that's not how the teams work anymore. It's all like centralized. So
they got like this franchising thing where like people really don't actually give a shit about the teams.
Yeah.
I know I some people like Dignitas, of course. It's quite a big thing. Josh has their fucking jersey, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But I don't see a reason to watch the LCS. Like I've stopped watching. I used to watch them all.
Yeah, same.
But like I don't see the point. The last time I watched the LCS was when I watched it for a bit after, but the biggest time I watched the LCS was when C9 came out of nowhere and was dominating, and everyone was excited to see how they were doing and how they would perform at Worlds, which they didn't.
They got
absolutely
torched.
trashed.
Yeah.
But that's when it was is exciting. But now, I think most people's reaction to the LCS is, what's the fucking point? These guys all look garbage. They're going to go to Worlds and they're going to be garbage.
You'd support a team in that and they'd do really well and they'd win the LCS,
You-
which is
I
the
kinda wanna
American.
watch that.
And then they'd go to a tournament, which is with the Koreans, the Europeans, the Chinese, Taiwanese, all that together. And then America, the team you've supported all this time, go fucking 0 for 6 and get knocked out immediately. And you go, well, I've just wasted my entire fucking year. Like, holy shit.
At least with the LEC, you're like, I'm always like, I wonder how Fnatic's going to do.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to see Fnatic win again, and fuck, they got so close.
Yeah,
Oh,
they've
mate.
dropped off. So EU did well for a time so EU teams have won MSI, EU teams have got to the final. But I think this year it feels like the Korean and Chinese teams are like even pulling further apart from them, because I don't think the EU teams have done too great in like the recent MSI. But at least you don't have to go back that far to see times where they did do decent.
And
So
the Worlds, the Worlds we just had, that was one of those fucking insane endings, wasn't it? It was a 5-game series, right?
yeah.
Oh, and it was between the two Korean teams.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
T1 and
It was
the
so you had Faker who, and I can't remember
They
the
had
other guy.
skins come out recently.
There's basically the two mid laners
Was it
went to high
Deft?
school. Yeah, they went to high school together, and
They were
Faker.
teammates, weren't they?
Yeah, Faker has won like 3 worlds, whereas Deft hadn't. But he was going to do his national service after this league, after Worlds. So it was his last time to try and win Worlds.
did they win?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Nice.
and he was best of 5 as well.
And
so,
he overcame the best player in the world to win.
so it's like a
And it
really
was-
good.
Yeah, it was fucking.
It was a
mad.
really
I remember
proper,
how
like-
I remember how in tears that one player was,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Why are you filming him?"
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they literally
Move
went
the
straight
fuck-
away. Yeah.
Like he was
Yeah.
literally
Losing
like
team and they
Yeah.
crying. Literally
And then just
cameras
watching
straight in
the
the
reaction.
he
reaction.
was like erratic.
God.
Like
Yeah,
he
was
couldn't
so-
like he was trembling. He was really having a proper breakdown over it, and I was like, "Turn the camera."
It was literally.
Oh my
it was like
God.
it was like if it was like this.
Yeah, I was like,
Glenn.
"Oh my god, look at the winning
Cry more.
players."
Yeah.
It's like so
Mate.
bad, but
It was. It's sad that. Like, it's amazing to have watched all of this happen, but it's like, fuck, man. Wish my teams would be like.
and then
that
you
so I
go
could do it.
LCS.
Yeah.
I can't even think of a good team. I can't imagine C9's doing well.
Well, TSM has gone to fucking China or something now, isn't it?
Cool.
And
Another place they can lose.
And all the people in other in other regions are like, fucking good luck. So I looked up the franchising thing. It is 10 million, but it was 10 million. This was a
Initially.
report from 2017, so it was 10 million for 3 years, as in over the course of 3 years.
Yeah.
And there's 10 different teams. So over the course of 3 years, they get 100 million from these teams just for the spots. So why would they change anything? They get 33 million a year from these teams just for being there. Like,
I mean, they
crazy.
agreed to like sack off the
yeah,
bottom teams.
it's mad, and it's
But a lot
it's
of
all coming to a point.
At the end of the day,
American
it's a competition,
sport is
innit?
like that, right? So
I know baseball's like that, right?
yeah, baseball and the NBA, like they have a set number of teams.
Yeah, but
There's
doesn't the
no
NBA like
relegation.
draft all their players from a pool?
A lot of them, yeah. But it's really weird. Like watching British sports and then Americans. The NBA, if you're like a losing team, you get a higher chance of getting a better draft spot. So it's like you get rewarded for losing. So you actually get teams, and this is a problem they're trying to fix, where they call like they tank on purpose. So they lose games on purpose. So they get a chance to like draft the star player. Because if you get like you draft one star player, it can totally like turn your team around, and then you can win championships and stuff.
That
But
sounds
it's just
so
really
backwards.
bizarre that you get rewarded for losing.
The thing is, for me, right, the LCS was the most exciting time, right, when they had relegations, because I loved complexity when they made it in, and they were like, they seemed like they were doing well. I was like rooting for them, like the underdog team.
Yeah,
That was when it was most exciting. Now it's like nobody gets relegated.
nobody cares now.
Nobody's gonna do well.
I think the
I
other
just think
thing
it's
as
really
well
stagnant.
is NA has relied a lot on paying like imports from like Korea and China. A lot of the time, players who are like almost like retiring, and NA is seen as like a retirement home from players do their last year or two because they get paid like fat salaries there.
That's
And
one
then
of the
it's not
problems
as-
with America is that a lot of sports is so money oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like-
then there's not as much like you'd love to see like homegrown talent, right?
Yeah.
Especially if it's like they come up, got promoted in a team or whatever. It's quite cool. So
Yeah, so it's like it's such a huge. You see it a lot with the American sports. It's like a huge focus on money, and then how actually good they are is sort of like not as important as just branding, merchandise, just sales.
adverts absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's fucking mad, isn't it?
it's crazy, isn't it?
It's actually insane, and it's really sad because esports was like fucking game changing, basically, and for it to get to a point now where
And that's what people wanted to see, wasn't it? A top tier play.
and it's like we're just left with shit. I haven't watched LCS in years. I tune in and I'm like, I don't know who any of these players are. This looks boring as fuck. I'm going.
Yeah.
I still watch
I'll tune into
Worlds,
like,
though.
the Koreans.
Yeah, World-
I've,
like,
I've watched
Worlds is
Worlds like
class.
every single year and really enjoyed it.
Like
Yeah.
I think I'll watch like with the LEC, I'll watch the playoffs for Worlds for them
Yeah.
to see if they get in, and then I'll watch Worlds. I don't even bother with the LCS.
Well, like pretty much, I wouldn't say every single Worlds, but more often than not, we'll be sat in calls watching it together, like as a big group
Yeah.
of like being like, oh my god. And I think a bunch of us watched the finals of the previous one together while we were doing it. So it was really fucking awesome. So it's
Depending on where they host Worlds this year, we could probably watch it in the office.
yeah, it'd be nice.
But I think
Hopefully it's not at fucking 3 a.m.
yeah, last Worlds, I think we had to stay up really fucking late to watch it, didn't
Yeah.
we? And I was like,
I remember I was basically passing out at the end.
I can't leave the doggos.
Yeah. We were basically gone. All right, that was a good topic for that. Another small topic.
Just for reference, we're
Yeah, I'm keep. Thank you, Stan. Another small topic, which I got from Ebs earlier. She told me you're learning Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's
Been-
that going?
I've been learning it for a week off
Yeah.
Duolingo. I don't know why I was like, I draw thumbnails a lot.
Yeah.
And I watch anime. It's like I feel like it's a really stupid reason for learning a language, right? But I was drawing, I was like, I can't understand what they're saying unless I look at the subtitle. But I gotta draw this fucking thumbnail.
Yeah,
Gotta be really handy if I could speak the language. Wait a second.
I had exactly
had
the
an
same
idea.
thing. You know
Yeah.
when we went to go see One Piece Red?
Yeah.
I came out of it and I was like, I want to learn Japanese because all the action was happening, and I'm fucking looking at the bottom.
Yeah,
trying
a
to
lot,
find
a
out
lot
what
of the
they're saying.
times, like, because Ebbs will like pause to look at the freeze frames. Because there's one of the latest One Piece episodes, like they're doing a lot of
They're
like these
fucking
really,
good, aren't
really fucking crazy animations. And if you freeze frame it, there's always something interesting there. And in one of the freeze frames, they're hidden among us
Yeah.
in One Piece. It's so cool.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like,
yeah,
like
everywhere now.
There's
the
more than
animation
one
is
like that as
insane.
well.
But like one of the problems is if you're reading subtitles, sometimes you miss stuff.
Yeah.
And especially when I like to watch trash anime and I don't always pay attention. So it'd be nice to just hear it
Understand what
and
you're-
understand what they're
yeah.
saying. So I've been learning Japanese for a week. I say learning Japanese. I've been learning the hiragana for a week because I did start learning like how to order stuff, and I was like, I feel like it'll be a setback if I start learning these phrases, but I don't know the hiragana.
Yeah, you don't know what the actual fucking
Because it was like,
symbols mean.
this is how you say, I want to order water. And I was like, I want to know what the symbols mean before I actually learn the language.
Yeah.
So currently, I'm learning the alphabet, baby.
You enjoying it?
That's how I've been going through.
And there's like,
I'm learning the alphabet. I've no idea what it means when it's put together.
there's
yeah.
like 70 characters in Japanese.
Oh my lord.
So there's they've got 3 different alphabets. There's hiragana, there's katakana, and then there's kanji. And kanji is basically like, as far as I'm aware, is basically like Chinese letters that they use. So you have to learn all 3 of them, and they mix them all together.
I'd be
So
awful.
It's confusing as fuck.
You learn hiragana, and there's also katakana. And then hiragana, then you have the basics ones, but then you have dakuon, which is like, it's like an accent in, for like European languages, and it changes the sound. Then there's like combos, then there's small ones that are following a constant. There's long vowels.
It's so fucking complicated.
There's a lot. I've
It is
managed
like
to
one of the most interesting languages.
managed to learn like these characters, so you can't even see the phone. Yeah, that's all I've learned so far. Let's fucking score.
It's insane how much
I
there
struggled
are.
with GCSE
And
languages.
that's just hiragana. Then there's katakana.
And when Evs was telling me about this, and I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of... I was then reminded of a time where I tried to learn a language because a friend of mine was going to learn it as well, and I thought I'd go along and support him. So, do you remember that?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, me and Sam went to like a 12-week course for Mandarin. And we completed it and it was good fun. And we did the first one, we passed, and then we signed up for the second one. And then at the time, my job, the second one started, and my job was like really busy, and I basically couldn't leave till like 6:30, 7:00
And it started
for
at
multiple weeks.
Wait, was it 6
So
or 7?
yeah, so it was like we went to the first session, and then I missed the next 3 sessions. So that's already a third of it gone, and I hadn't paid for the course yet. And I was like, I've literally missed a third of the course. Work is still busy. I might miss other ones. There's just no point. So I stopped going, but Sam carried on and completed the second one.
Because I had paid for it.
Yeah.
You know what's really fun about
And
it?
it was hard as fuck, and I felt so lost. And I was like,
Yeah, the
I
first-
started this because Glenn was like,
Yeah,
I wanted to
yeah.
support my boy and like learn it with him and be like, hey, you're learning this, we can learn it together. And
The
he's
first
ditched me.
session, so the first it's called like Chinese beginner one, right?
Yeah.
It was very much like lots of English in the class. How you're supposed to do it is you do like the 12-week course, right? Then you spend like 3 months using what you learned there, and like you keep learning yourself. Then you do the second one, because we got into the second one, and they were like, okay, no more English, and the teacher is just speaking in Mandarin, and me and him are like, you just don't have a fucking Scooby like.
It was fucking awful. It was the old job I had, so I finished basically at 5:30, or I think it started at 7, didn't it?
Yeah,
I finished this. I finished the 6. I'd race home, shower, change, race to the fucking to the middle of Cardiff, get there bang on time, and then be sat there like just not knowing what was going on the whole time.
yeah.
Mate.
And what had happened between the 1 and 2, they did, because it was in a university in Cardiff, they had this thing where it was like, we're gonna take like, you can come with us to China. and we'll go and spend a couple of weeks there of learning. And we both really wanted to go, but we couldn't because our jobs wouldn't give us time or anything. But the rest of the fucking class did. And they were the same people. So it was the same people we just learned the other one with.
Yeah.
But then we came to the second one. They'd all been together and had used this. And we're there like...
But you're the only two.
Yeah. Like we honestly, it was.
They're all
the
talking
step
about...
up was big.
They were like, oh yeah, it was amazing because at the start it was really hard to do it. But then you sort of started to learn it and it got better and better. And like one of them's on about how his girlfriend's like completely fluent in this. So he's been able to practice. And I'm like... and it got to the end and I was like... I don't know what the fuck is going on. I think I passed it. I don't know how. Don't remember anything. It was fucking goners completely. And I was devastated because I was like, me and Glenn gonna do this together. And Glenn's work got busy and I was just sat there like, I don't even need to learn this.
What I really like about Duolingo, right, is that there's a ranked system in it.
Really?
Yeah. So the more you
rates
learn,
you?
the more you do these lessons, you earn XP. And then there's, right, and there's a ranked system, and the top 20 in the ranked system move on to the next league.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
That's-
my lord.
And I'm fucking,
cool.
I'm number 3 right now.
He's all free as well.
I've
isn't he?
downloaded it.
Yeah,
and
it's
be
all
like,
free.
That's
Gotta
awesome.
be
Basically,
first one.
After every like lesson you do, there'll be like an ad, and the ad is like, we're looking for models, and then you just click X and you're gone, and that's it.
I'd go, oh, I could be a model.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it though. Like, I like the symbols in Japanese. I think they're quite simple to write. Like
They with Mandarin, it like there were certain points where you had to write every symbol an exact way. It was like you first do this, and then you do this, and then you do this, and then you do this, and like it connects all up. So there's a pattern to doing it all, and it seems the same with
it's sort of the same
symbols
with
and that.
it's sort of the same with Japanese. But when you see like different fonts for Japanese, you notice that actually it's not too strict how you draw it. It has to just be recognizable. It's like how in English there's like a million different fonts and they're all like wild. All the letters look wildly different, but you can sort of recognize what you're looking at.
I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. I went through an app which I've started using again recently to like learn through characters. And what I loved doing is because I knew the different characters, I'd like see signs or something in games because I was playing Yakuza a lot then, and I'd be able to like pick out the different. I'd be like slowly putting it together and being like, oh. That wasn't what they said. That was me reading it and realizing that I could understand it.
Yeah, it's
But
it is
I was
actually
like,
really
this is so
exciting.
cool.
That obviously I don't have all the basic letters down yet,
Yeah.
but like I'm watching anime and you'll see like signs and stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
like, holy shit, I can read that.
You're like, oh, I know this.
I'm like, the fucking Leonardo meme, like, oh,
It's cool, isn't it?
that's it.
And we're fucking getting into our 30s now, and we're like, yeah, learn languages. You know, way past the prime of our brain.
That's
Learn
never too late.
languages. No.
I struggled back in my prime. I can't do it now.
I always struggle with languages, but I'm not really having an issue with.
I think it's like the more you do it and the more interested you are in it, it'll become a lot easier.
Yeah, you're never too old
good.
to learn.
Plus, you watch so much fucking anime, you probably know more than.
I watch an insane
people.
amount of anime
It's
now.
insane.
It's got to the point where I don't like watching humans act.
Animate them.
Turn this anime.
There's so many like TV shows that like people are like, you should watch this, and I'm like, it's not cartoon. I watched like half of The Last of Us HBO thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm bored.
Where's the
It's
upskirt?
supposed to be good.
Oh my god, like the upskirts annoy me so much in anime. I've been watching the Legendary Heroes Dead, and there's one, right? The cart falls over because of a trap, and the character literally does a fucking spready, and you just see her underwear, and I paused there, went, Ebs, look at this, and she was like, oh my god. Like for some reason the character just like loses all her clothes in one scene, and the next scene she has them back on. Like I fucking hate that shit in anime.
But you can't watch normal people act anymore.
No. I like
You're
anime.
gonna get there midway through like a normal program, you're gonna be like, waiting for it to fall over and see a panties.
I like anime has like really interesting like ideas and like concepts,
Yeah.
which you could try and explore in, normal TV and stuff, but I can imagine that'd be quite spenny to make something look realistic, or at least somewhat realistic.
They're restricted in what they can do as well.
Yeah. Like when you draw a character in anime, they fit their environment because it's all fucking drawn. But like if you CGI something, it's probably going to age badly.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like that about anime, like some of the wild topics. Some of it, not so much. Especially, mostly the sexualization is...
Too much.
And it's annoying. Even too little, like, even a little bit is just too much.
Oh, I thought you were being like, I was like, oh, it's too much. And you're like, no, it's too little. I want more.
I fumbled my words. Like,
more.
even a little bit of it, really grates me at this point. And people are like, oh, no, this anime is fucking amazing.
The fan service in it does get on my nerves.
They're like, it's amazing. And I like, how can you say this anime is bad? I'm like, okay, 6 minutes into the anime, he wakes up to a hand job. Explain that one. Why is this so amazing?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they wanted to watch.
People know which anime I'm talking about as well.
I have no idea.
Which one?
Sounds like
I want to watch it. I want to see it. Where is it?
Kamika.
He's not seen it.
No,
Never mind.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
It's
That's in my
serving
collection.
He's there watching it going, wish it was me.
which one? Serving God in a godless world.
to
It's
Do that
it has
to
like
me.
it has like purposely bad CGI and
it's
stuff like
so
that.
Bad. I watched an episode last night.
And people not understanding that
came in his pants.
ironically bad CGI is
How did this compute?
still bad. Like,
Those farming vehicles are terrible.
yeah, they took so basically they filmed somebody on a farming vehicle. Then you basically used a filter to make it look sort of cartoony, and then slapped the anime character's head on top of it.
It's so jarring.
It's really, really
That's
bad.
bizarre.
But it was really funny.
Yeah.
And people are like, this is why the anime is good. It's being ironic. I'm like, that still makes it trash.
Yeah.
Like, how are you not seeing that?
I think people are more and more enjoying trash anime nowadays.
Yeah. I think people just want to defend what they're watching. But like, you don't have to. You can watch trash and be like, this is trash.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Trash and good. Doesn't mean they can't be together.
Okay. And with that, we're going to stop
Yeah.
with a good topic to end on. Thanks for watching. You've been. We've been.
You've been canoe.
Could you imagine that? Like you big gnome.
Just Sam's cock appears.
I want to do that. I want to just
Future
make someone
idea for
rise
you.
up here.
It's like the Kermit thing. He's like, you want to see my penis?
Yeah, the little cucumber. We've been us. Stan, flick through everyone quick.
And you've been you.
And you've been you. Thank you. Bye.